of the lobby and the streams, but we are back for lap 7, a quite chaotic start to the season here in round 1. 2 DNFs and our champion is out of the race. Chimp, talk to me, what were your thoughts on the collision? Yellow flag again, Chimp, actually. Looks like somebody else has gone, is it? Who was that?
It's tough to say, because with 1 point split on them last season, no one's gonna give that up. No one's gonna back off.
No.
You know, they're fighting for that position. You know, if you I use Franco as an example, the man lays in the points, big up.
Love that.
If that's Franco and you win, Franco probably goes, "This isn't my fight."
No.
Have it, you know. Whereas Nathan's not going to do that. Nathan's not going to just go, you go for
It's a sticky one, isn't it? It is a sticky one. And I'm sure we'll be seeing that in the stewards room. Not nice for Owen, especially he's the champion. Not the start he wanted, but there's a long way to go. And again, I'm sure we'll see that later. I mentioned yellow flag again. Looks like it's Farrell Fury's off. A poor start for Jay Lawler. A great start for AFL and for Jack Priddy. Look at Jack Priddy, Jim. Up into 8th and 18th on the grid. That is outstanding.
That's really impressive.
It's a great effort. It's a pretty good effort. I've done it again from Jack Priddy. Apologies that the stream's been a little bit hit and miss tonight. We'll look into it for next week. It's been a bit of a chaotic start, but you can't prepare for that. But it is lap number 8 of this round 1 race in season 6. 2 DNFs, 2 VSCs and a safety car, so very interesting. And of course rain, which we couldn't predict before this Grand Prix. Mark seems to be pulling away here, though, Chimp, now.
Yeah, it's 2-second gap with rain. He's just get used to the track now, and he'll more than likely see this out.
Yeah. Do you think he's the favourite then? Do you think he's bar any sort of safety cars now? Did you not see Nathan, maybe Aria Evans catching them? To be fair, Chimp, the top 3 have actually been gone.
I don't think you can, to be honest, with the game.
No.
Nobody else.
The top, bar a safety car, Chimp, already mistakes. I heard the top 3 are pretty much done here. The podium's pretty much done. Nowhere near anyone else. But that's bar a bit of drama, and we've certainly had our fair share of drama getting these opening 8 laps. That's for sure. Of course, there is no requirement to pit either. Keane's gone! Has he got damage in the Ferrari? I think he has. No, not in the Ferrari, the Alfa Romeo, sorry, he has. Left end plate. You mentioned a bad start for Mercedes, Jim. It's turned into a bit of a bad night for Alfa Romeo here as well.
Not the start he trusted all. Mercedes won't be happy.
Neither will Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo as well.
And a shame for Keane, yeah, a good start there, comfortably in the top 8. Now right back down to P16. There's a good battle here between KXI and DC for that final top 10 position as well. Alpine versus Aston Martin. Aston Martin just very slowly going about the business here and putting together a decent little performance, especially AFL up 8. But Jack Priddy at the moment, Chimp, is the man to look out for, up 11 now.
Yeah, what makes it even more impressive is the no DRS that we talk about. Getting in positions like that. By the way, Mark is absolutely flying.
Yeah. Here comes Digweed on Panda, and Digweed, I'm so impressed with Digweed. I've already mentioned it tonight. He had a tough season last season, where he was literally right at the bottom of the championship for the whole season. He's on course here, as it stands, for a P5 minimum. He's pulled away from Mazzles. He's in a huge McLaren sandwich here, but Mazzles is nowhere to be seen, and he's getting closer and closer to Chris Panda. If Digweed was to get a P14, it would genuinely be unreal. Especially look at the calibre of drivers in this league and who he's against. Just to confirm, Digweed's last season, ended the season with a total of 8 points all season. He could beat that tonight in one race. Unreal! What a comeback! Like a different man.
Comeback. He's been here for years.
You know what I mean? An improvement, should I say? If he could get a P4, even a P5 version, it'd be unreal. And what a start to season it'd be for him and Williams, because at the moment, as you mentioned, Chimp, the constructors' battle, you got Ferrari, McLaren, and Williams all in the top 7. The yellow flag again looks like it's the Red Bull of Coxey, no wins. And the problem for Coxey is, as the VSC comes out again, he's got to go around the whole track now, Chimp, before pitting. It is a full safety car, great spot. I don't feel like it doesn't tell you on the game anymore, it just comes up in the sectors. You have to look out for the car in the pits. And yeah, you are right. It is a safety car. Now, that's not what Digweed wanted, it's not what the top 3 wanted. I mean, Mark's been gutted with that, he was gone. If you're J Law though, you're buzzing with that.
Yeah.
The contrast in emotion with the safety car coming out. If you're someone like Digweed, Mark, Nathan, even R11, I mean, Nathan, to be fair, probably tough because he gets him back to Mark. For example, you're pretty disappointed with that. If you're J Lawler and Keno, you're over the moon with that. Lap 10, we've had 2 DNFs, 2 safety cars, 3 VSCs, and the champion out of the race. It's been a pretty chaotic start to this season 6 race here in Abu Dhabi. And as mentioned already, it is like race. You're not seeing things. Unbelievably, really. People are pitting shit for fresh tyres, but Chris Panda is not. What do you make of that?
Well, I have 30 minutes left of my early access trial. I'm not sure I'll get all that.
I'll tell you what, Chimp. Chris Panda's the only car out of the whole grid by the looks of it that's not pitting. Is that... I mean, what are your thoughts? Is he sitting there thinking, you know what? There's going to be another safety car. I can get my foot down here and try and defend. I mean, what are you thinking there? Because it looks like, other than him, I'm just going to confirm this before I say it. Other than him, Chimp, every single car on this grid has pitted. So, of course, he doesn't have to pit, it's not a requirement, but on 10 lap hole inters, is it a gamble worth going for, or is it? Do you think he may have slipped up there? To be fair, Farrell's also not pitted. I apologise, not just Chris Panda. It's Farrell as well, but it's especially Chris Panda. What do you make of it?
No, it's a strange one. So, the driver knows better than so you know how the car's doing and how the momentum and things are fine.
Yeah. It's a brave call, but I think sometimes you have to be brave, don't you?
You might risk, a bit of a dogfight later on for track position now.
Yeah.
And I think that we'll only know at the end if it's a successful one or not.
Quick look at the penalties. J Law and Coxey with 3 seconds, KXI on 12, which, I mean, I want the KXI's race is over, of course, with top 15 getting points. It's got to put his foot down massively now. Foul Fury on 5 seconds, maybe Foul should have pitted there and got rid of that, unless he thinks the penalty's worth getting rid of later on in the stewards meeting, possibly. But I can already tell you, Chimp, that your own's putting in for Nathan already, so it's already in, no messing about. Could be a bit of a sour rivalry, that, Chimp, like Verstappen and Hamilton. And one of them was Dutch and one of them was English, so it's kind of similar.
Yeah.
Of course, I've mentioned them to give it out their all last season and put together the most amazing title fight you've ever seen in this league. 1 point separating the both of them, with Euro just edging Nathan out in Spain, I believe that was. But I mean, there's already been a big incident between the two of them. The start of things to come. Hopefully not. But Franco says more DNFs, please. But at the moment, Franco, mate, get a point on the board. You're doing the job. The downside, Franco, you've got Bowie and J Lawler behind you. But with KXI in 12 seconds, Chimp, Franco's on for some points here.
You never know.
Love that, Franco. Keep going, mate. And to be fair, more DNFs, I mean, in fairness to you, it is raining, and this track is brutal, so there's a good chance we'll see some more DNFs. I hope there's not any DNFs. But an interesting strategy from the race leader, Mr. Chris Panda. So good, by the way, to see Chris back in this league full-time. KXI is retired. Oh! Is that a crash on track? I think it is. Oh, that'll do Franco good. And KXI is out of the race. And the season 4 Constructors Champion, a previous race winner in this league, had a tough start tonight. And he's out. I don't know what happened there. We'll see on board Topsy now. Taking the wrong way.
I've noticed it a few times sort of coming out of that turn onto the long straight, where cars have sort of just had a bit of a wobble and maybe having just pitted with the new tyres, then sort of just not got used to it and it's just taking
There you go. A previous apparently structurally expand just lost the car, so a difficult night for KXI. Another driver that's the previous winner in this league. He's got the experience. He's a Constructors Champion as well. But unfortunately for him, not the start he would have wanted to this season. As a reminder to you all, the top 15 will score points, and also the top team will build a battle for the fastest lap, which is currently being held by Jay Law. So it's a late safety car coming in. No one expected that. Coxey's got a penalty as well, it's all going off here. Everyone's left the session. Oh no. Oh no, they're not. Oh, they're not. No, they're not panicked. It's going to go left. Oh, it's contact between the top two! Then that's going to invite a free move for Nathan. Mark with contact with Panda. And they've both been slowed up. I think it's Mark that's got the lead. I don't know what happened there. Was it Mark and Panda contact? I don't know, but I've seen contact between Chris Panda and somebody. But for Chris Panda, it's not a good start, Chimp. He's lost 3 places already.
Not the start he would have wanted. I wonder if a bit of contact just sat on the edge there, but now Mark's got his nice one spot back and trying his best all along.
Up goes Jack Priddy, down goes foul through it. Jack Priddy is a man on a mission tonight, and he's putting together an absolute masterclass. Up 11 places. AJ Wuhan, of course, had that awful start of lights out, looking to get him back into the mix. Wheel to wheel with Foul Fury on the straight. AJ breaks late, will Foul go on the outside of him. Red Bull versus Alpine. I think Foul for now has held the position. AJ going to try and come back at him though and make a lovely move and get the job done. AJ Chimp looking to climb back into that top 2 after the hiccup in on lights out. But look at McLaren. Manuel's getting past Panda. Was that a strategy call from Chris possibly? Well, Jack Priddy's on him now as well, Chimp. So I think Chris Panda's emptying on tyres, Chimp. I think it's been a bad strategy call from Chris by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to call.
It's very tough to call. Jack Priddy up 11 on the back of Chris Panda. Digweed up to 4, hunting down a podium. Could we see a Digweed podium tonight? That would be unbelievable. Why not? He's got the pace and he's absolutely flying at the moment. But Martin taking the lead. Nathan from R11 to top 3 after the top 3 already. That safety car started to pull away again. Nathan Digweed, Mavril, Jack Priddy, Chris Panda losing out again. Jack Priddy up 12 into the top 6, and Chris Panda now under pressure as well from AJ Wuhan. He's got a point to prove after that lights out. Don't forget, he qualified second, and he's going to get his P7 back in a moment, I think, on Chris Panda. There it is.
There we go.
Panda's dropping. Oh, and behind, and look at the battle here as well. J-Lo, it's a lovely move on DC, but DC going to try and come back at him. The wheel to wheel here, Mercedes versus Aston Martin, 2 very experienced drivers. J-Lo, a previous champion, of course, in this league, has just got the edge. I think will DC try and go around the outside here. He might do. There's an Alpha Tauri with Hobbsy involved as well. DC on the inside of J-Lawler. There's 5 of them here, because Hobbsy and AJ involved as well. Contact again. J Law for now has the edge on DC. But DC going to use his battery and fly back past him, I think, Jim. And J Law's not got a foot to stand on there. Oh, he's gone for a lunge on the inside. Will DC get the switch? I know it's a great battle. I think DC's done it, Jim. He has. Lovely battle, that. Look in front of them.
That was brilliant. This is head racing.
Look in front of them, though. There's Farrell, Panda and Hobbsy. It's a 5-way battle here for P8, is it? Yeah, P8. Lovely battle. To be fair, AFL started to creep into that mix as well. Great race from AFL so far.
He's seen it sniffing out of P8.
Oh, J-Lo spun! And he's out, Chimp! He's lost the car and put it in a wall. Another driver, and it's another safety car. It is. It's a 3rd safety car. You're not getting to this race, you, Chimp.
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
And Jay Lawler, the first ever HRL champion, back-to-back championships in Season 1 and Season 2. will not score points on the opening night. He becomes the 4th driver for DNF and Chimp. Both Mercedes are out. No points for them tonight. Oh dear. Oh, it's a shocking start for Jake. He crunched it in the wall. And Franco's up to 14th. Chimpy's climbing.
We did say it was raining with a chance of J-Lo bottling it.
And you got the forecast on.
It's come to fruition.
And Franco Chimp, not just in the points anymore, he's up to 14. Getting 2 points.
Well, his points have doubled. What a man.
What I will say, Chimp, there's only one driver at the moment who's not getting a point. It's Jack Bowie. The only driver left who's got in the points here. But J.O. joined KXI early on his teammate Fandango. Lost the car, couldn't keep it out the wall, and out of the race. J.O.'s return to the league ends with a debut DNF tonight. But once again, Chimp, poor Mark, who keeps flying away at the front, gets taken back again. Making him work for this win tonight. Oh, an AFL, he's worked so hard, he's got a penalty. Up 8 positions, AFL, he's going to get a penalty. AFL, anyone going to pit here? Chris Pander's got a pit, surely. I don't think the rest will, but they're all on pretty fresh tyres. I think Chris Pander making room for his pit stop here. Yeah, he is. What a race. What a start to the season. This league always seems to deliver, and once it's doing the same thing. Round 1 of season 6. So that's now 3 safety cars, 3 VSCs, 4 DNF. The champion's out of the race after a collision with his rival. And we've got rain in Abu Dhabi, and we've still got 30 laps to go. We're nowhere near finish yet. The drama's going to keep unfolding. It is a quite incredible start to the season. And for now, Mark leads. But Jay Lawler, Chimp, it was a great lap with DC as well. Such a good battle. And just lost it. Put it in a wall.
It's a tough one.
How long's after the trial have I got you for? I'm losing you in a minute, aren't
I don't know. I don't.
We think the same car's coming, don't we?
I don't.
We're going to lose the commentary partner soon, which is heartbreaking.
I don't think that'll. I don't want to risk closing the game.
That makes sense. Well, 13 laps to go, round 1 in Abu Dhabi. Season 6, round 1, Abu Dhabi. Yes, it is raining. Quite incredible. This is Edge Racing for you. 13 laps to go, 4 DNF so far, 16 drivers still standing. And Franco Pompey in P13. I love it. I love it. Not just 1 point, he's on for a few. He's on for 3 points, Chimp. More points than Man United, Franco, at this rate. Until tomorrow, meet Liverpool, Chimp.
No comment.
It's in this lap, though, which is what you needed. That's good for you.
Get in.
30 laps to go in this round 1 Grand Prix. Mark, it feels like he's on for the win constantly, but keeps getting pulled back by the safety car. There was a little bit of controversy, shall we say, on the last restart involving Chris Pander. Will there be any controversy on this occasion as the rain continues to pour down and batter the track, a track that's not used to rain? Will it take any more victories for the end of this Grand Prix? We're going to get the changes on play. You can see the tyres, everyone's pretty much on the same tyres. Chris Pander just pitted for his. Powell not pitted, it's on 14 lap old tyres, not pitted since the early stages. But Mark's going to get us underway. The favourite, the man who's top of the championship, will forget by 1 point. He's underway, he's flew away from Nathan from there. There's already else on the start. Not sure that's involved. But we are underway again. For lap 17 is Hobbsy having a look on the back of Farrell for that P8 position. Hobbsy on track for tyres on Farrell. There's a bit of a wobble though, and gives a position to DC. He might have given to the other Aston Martin as well. In AFL, a little bit of a wobble there from Hobbsy. Loses out to DC, of course. There's no DR action. Overtakes are not easy on this circuit.
They don't come easy when it's dry and DRS is on, so without it and it'll be a bit wet. Keep on the track. Can't score points if you're in the pits.
Ooh, Mazel's nearly getting collected by Aiden. It's fair to Aiden, he's done a great job clawing his way back up the grid into P6. I'm sure that P6 is not good enough for him. He feels like he still get a podium here. Nathan has kept close to Mark, but has once again pulled away. The top 2 tonight are in a league of their own at the moment. They've pulled away completely from the rest. Evans as well, to be fair. has pulled away from Digweed. Digweed, likewise, has pulled away from Mazzles. A great race from Digweed, so I can't keep saying it. It's unreal. A good battle here between AJ and Twiddy. So AJ and Mazzles, should I say, for the P5 position. Mazzles not too far behind Digweed's eyes, so it could have a great battle here for that that P4 position. Opposite in the top 10 in the Aston Martin Championship, Steve, Toxic, Franco and Bowie. Franco, to be fair, Ocean, holding his own here, but could be in a bit of a battle with Bowie in a moment. Oh, he's gone wide there. Was it Keane? It was Keane. Him and Cox in a great battle. There's so many battles trying to keep an eye on. It's impossible to track them all. We know how brutal this sector one is, and it looks like Mazzle's got a better exit than Digweed there. Could Mazzle have a look on Digweed to P4? Mazzle's got a great exit. He's flying. When he goes on the inside of the Williams for that P4, he will. Gonna break later. Can Digweed get the switch back on him? It's a great battle. I think Mazzle's, though, Chim, has made the move stick and has jumped ahead of Digweed into P4. What a move by Mazzle.
Blocks off the
oh, Franco's got the switch back on Bowie, Chim. Look at Franco. He's just switched back Bowie. Franco's the man on a mission.
Digweed. Oh, he's took a bit wide.
Oh, it's contact, and AJ's got off the track as well. Nearly at the wall, and has got a pen. That's a very harsh pen. I think he'll get that one took off. He had to off the track to avoid getting hit. Franco's got a pen, no chimp. He's bottled it. There's the Franco bottle. It was too good to be true. Oh. What a battle though. Mazzle's Digweed and AJ is battling hard for that P4 thing. Nathan, to be fair though, I was going to say sticking in DRS, but it doesn't matter.
I have 15 minutes left.
I love that. Let's get through this then. Not finish the race, but we'll get through most of it. As we approach lap 19, Nathan is sticking with that, but of course no DRS, so it's going to make things very difficult. The battle for fourth is brilliant, and at the minute it favours Mazzle. Mark getting fast as that. Mark's looking for the perfect race chimp. Pole, fastest lap on the race win at the moment. Aston stand. Which would be a brilliant start for Haas. And for Aston Martin, of course, Franco in the Haas tonight as a reserve driver, replacing Murphy. As AJ, Chimp, have a look on Digweed. You feel Digweed now starting to lose a bit of momentum now, Chimp. Lost out to Mazzles in this position last time out. He was out to AJ here. I think he is, Chimp, and that's the same position, the 2 lap Chimp, that Digweed's lost out there, from 4th down to 6th now.
If you wanted a better exit out of that, it's so important. It's more important than the stage.
Yeah. Good battle as well for the 12th position place between Coxey and Keane. At the moment, Keane does edge him in the Alfa Romeo, but it's a lovely battle between the 2 of them. Oh, and AFL's gone off the track, and luckily no one behind him. And he's going to invite a lot of pressure now from Keane, Coxey and Bowie, who are all in very close proximity. A little bit of a wobble there from AFL. As Opti getting very close to the back of DC. And DC not too far behind Farrell either, so a good battle here as well, Chimp, for P8. Keep the battles all over the show. What I will say is, Chimp, Mark's not shook off Nathan on this occasion.
No, Mark's still within that. Even without it being there, he's in the DRS range.
Yeah.
Just keeping an eye on Cox and Keane just
oh, it's close, isn't it, between the 2 of them? Oh god, we got him. Is Keane struggling here? He's quite possibly struggling.
Doesn't seem keen to put his foot down.
Hey! Love it. Love it. The gaps are starting to open up a little bit now. DC full like mobs in. DC, to be fair, starting to really in Farrell. Farrell on the mould of tyres and doing a good job, Farrell, to be fair, considering that he had a poor start to the race. You wonder how Farrell's going to go on. Keane at the moment. He has at the moment, Jim. Keane's in a wall, not out of the race. But a costly moment from Keane. He's going to lose a lot of time now. Not out, no damage visibly, but lost a lot of time there, Chimp, now.
Yes, what I do, you can. Just throw one at a time.
The battle for 4th is intensified, but AJ has got past Mazzles into 4th, and AJ's climb back to the top continues. Can he push for a podium? It'd be some recovery from AJ, of course. He's qualified 2nd had that strange moment on the lights, dropped all the way to the back, but now up to 4th, past Mazzles, and the hunt for a podium is on. Mark still not be able to shake off Nathan, only 7/10 between the two of them. Evans doing a great job, to be fair, just a chilling PP. I thought probably showed Evans though, because 18 flying behind him. Then comes Mazzles and Digby, who are both doing great jobs, so comfortably at the moment. Ahead of Jack Priddy, who's also doing a fantastic job in 7th. Farrell, DC, Hobbsy follow, and DC still close to Farrell. And all of a sudden, Chimp, Hobbsy's joined the fight here for the piece of 3-8 between Farrell and DC.
Yeah, I mean, with the 4 assignments, you feel sorry for it. There's only going to be one person at that point.
Oh, AFL's being overtaken by Coxey as well. Yeah, keen at the moment, looking like that driver that will miss out. But still a long way to go, and still plenty of time for some more incidents here. Chris Panda as well, Chimp, only defeat, which is a surprise, because at one point he was well in the mix for a top 5 finish here.
Yeah, well, he's on for a podium. You know, it's that,
Oh, AJ corner cutting 5-second penalty. What's happened there then? That could be costly.
I think he had a 2 before.
He did. Hobbsy right on the back of the Aston Martin now. DC still trying to catch Farrell, but can't seem to get him. But these three very close now, and kill Hobbsy sooner rather than later. We'll look for a move on DC unless DC can get past Farrell. DC's getting close to Farrell here. Is he going to be able to get a move on Farrell? Not on this occasion, but Farrell's got 2 of them now that are right on the back of him here. And speaking of that back of him, Nathan's getting closer to Mark. Mark just can't shake him off. Oh, Mazzles has got past AJ as well.
It's the closest he's been to him the whole race for a sustained period of time. Mark just defending well and not slipping up.
Looks like Mazzles has got past AJ, so maybe a wobble from AJ again, who's now under pressure from Digweed again. So all of AJ's hard work may have gone down the toilet, but for now it's a great battle for 8 between Farrell, DC and Hobbsy. Hobbsy once again seems to have struggled through that sector 1. DC looks the quicker out of the 3 through the first sector. Farrell though doing a good job holding them off at the moment. Mark 6/10 clear of Nathan. Mark has led pretty much from the start, got pole, and has the fastest lap at the moment as well. So Mark on for, as it stands, it's like perfect start to the season. There's Bowie looking to get past AFL for that P12 spot. AJ getting another penalty. She looks like all of a sudden his race going down the toilet again after such a good comeback.
Yeah, not what he wanted to do. Couldn't really up and down there, apart from Mark and
Oh! And it's another safety car, can you believe it? And AJ,
goodbye trial.
Another one of the big dogs out of the race. P15, sorry, the 15 extra does it's out of the race. And well, all of a sudden, Chimp, everybody finishes, gets a point, even Keen. But AJ, such a good effort, counts for nothing. He's out. Question is, Chip, does anyone pick fresh intermediates now, or do you stick? I think they're going to stick out the most of them.
Yeah, I think stick. To be honest, I think my game's going to go off anytime.
It's been a pleasure, Chimp. Not going to see it out to the end, but it's been a pleasure.
No.
Wow. This race had it all, and there continues to be more and more drama. We don't have a mini sprint here, to be fair, for the win by the looks of it. As Franco jumps to P13. Franco, you guaranteed a point as long as you finish the race. What a race, and it's going to put them all back together, the remaining 15 drivers put back together for a mini sprint race as the rain continues to batter down Yas Marine. It's been a quite brilliant opening round here in HRL Season 6. A rainy Abu Dhabi, who'd have thought that before the race. You see a quarter of the grid are out of the race. AJ, J. Lawler, KXI, and Fandango, both Mercedes drivers out. A Red Bull and Alpine and Alfa and Mayo. As it stands, all remaining drivers will score something, so well done to the 15 there left for now. Of course, things could change. And of course, safety car will put them all back together and might just ruffle a few feathers here towards the end of this race and maybe just maybe just mix it up a little bit. And it doesn't seem like the game wants to give Mark the win chin. Every time Mark leaves the race, they pull him back again.
Yeah, it's got it in for it's like, don't win, mate.
You're staying here. You're staying where you are. Mark has led for pretty much the full race, and of course, I've mentioned got pole and has fastest lap. So at the moment, he's on course for a brilliant start, a clean start for the season. But Nathan won't want to give up just yet. The top three, to be fair, have been pretty much as you were, but of course, Nathan had that big collision, don't forget, with your own that will be looked into. So maybe that could potentially cost Nathan. And maybe just in back like some Mazzles or Digweed or Jack Pretty for a podium. Now, it's so good to see Mazzles, Digweed and Jack Pretty, not just in the top 6 on merit, but deservedly so. They have raced brilliantly, Chimp, and I hope that all three of them can bring home good points now because they've been excellent.
Yeah, they have. You look at that, you look at the 12 and 8 positions that
yeah.
Well, respectively, just to see it out, don't let all your hard work, 24 laps go into.
Indeed.
Go in one.
And a quick sort of glance at the constructor sheet, I think it'll probably favour Williams at the moment, 2nd and 5th. Ferrari in 3rd and 6th as well, to be fair. So, you know, and even McLaren, I mean, Mazzle's is 4th, Panda's 14th, but Panda's got no penalties here, Chimp. And he's got a bit of a lifeline now with his safety car. If he can get his foot down now, Chris Panda, maybe, just maybe, can creep into that top 10. But I agree, some brilliant drives. I mean, Jack Pretty's a standout, up 12, and I mean, I don't think Jack Pretty will settle for 6th. I think he want to go with one higher here and try and push for Mazzles and Digweed. But Ferrari looking very strong.
5 minutes left.
Hey, you might get the restart if you're quick, as long as Keane gets his foot down. Another restart, and to be fair to Keane, he's kept going. And at the moment, we're on for a point for Alfa Romeo. But Alfa Romeo need that point, Chink, because Jerome's got him on tonight. So that point will do Alfa Romeo good. Get him on the board. The same will unfortunately can't be said for Mercedes tonight. They're both out, so that's guaranteed Mercedes will not score points. They will be rock bottom in the championship come Hungary next week in round 2. But of course, it's a long season, 14 rounds to go. After to have a very different circuit back in Europe next week for the Hungarian Grand Prix. A very technically difficult circuit. But no doubt it'll be a fantastic watch in Hungary. But still, 5 laps to go in this race. A mini sprint to conclude what has been a crazy opening round to season 6 here tonight in Abu Dhabi. Apologies once more for the stream issues and of course a delayed start due to the glitch. Hopefully I'll be ironed out by next week. But you know, Chimp, you've got to iron a few things out as a season starts. Could be a bug, didn't they, and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, mate.
It has got to be done. We're going to get going again for the 4th time under the safety car. Hopefully it'll be the last time we see Nevander tonight in that safety car. But Mark still leads, but not won this race yet. He's gone early though. Every restart Mark's had so far has been perfect. Can that stick again? Mark from Nathan, from Evans, from Mazzens, from Digweed, from Pretty, Farrell, DC, Hobbsy, Coxie, AFL, Bowick, Franco, Panda, and Keane. 15 of the remaining 20 left. 5 laps to go here as the rain continues to fall on Yas Marina. And a bit of wobble from DC there, could he right Hobbsy, but Mark only now 2 tenths clear. Nathan, he's stuck. It's Verstappen Hamilton again. As Franco loses not 1 but 2 places to Panda and Keane there. Bowie looking at the back. Is AFL Bowie going for a lunge, and AFL possibly? No, he's not. But in front, there's 3 of them back there. That's Coxie, DC and Hobbsy. So far, it's DC from Hobbsy from Coxie, but Hobbsy a poor exit there, and that could him back the Red Bull and Coxie. To be fair to Coxie, a little bit under the radar tonight. They've done his job very, very well. Can he make a move on the AlphaTauri? Not on this occasion, as Bowie makes a lunge on AFL. You've got your eye on, Chimp, as your time comes to an end.
I don't know. Who to choose in the last moment.
It's got to be Franco, Chimp, for your sake, I think.
Yeah. I'll do it then.
4.5 laps to go. The sprint continues as every single driver fights for vital points. It looks like, to be there, P6 downwards, there's a bit of a gap already from Jack Pretty down to Farrell. Could be a great battle here between Mazzles, Digweed and Jack Pretty for that P4 spot there. All 3 of them have brilliant drives. Could make things very interesting as we enter the final four laps. Can Nathan snatch the win from under Mark's nose right at the death of this Grand Prix? We will find out. Mazzles, to be fair though, not giving up on beating HRL injection. He's only 6 tenths behind him.
You can't give him.
I don't think Mazzles ever had an HRL podium. He's in the Ferrari last season and formed a very good team with DC and put together some very good results. He's having the McLaren against Ferrari, a bit like Carlos Sainz, but the other way around, of course. If Mazzles will start with a podium tonight, there'll be some performance from him. Looks like the gaps are pretty big at the moment. Obviously seems to get very close to both Carol and DC, and then lose them both. DC, though, only 2 tenths down. Can he finally get past that Alpine and get into P8, or P7 should I say. We will find out. It's been a brilliant Grand Prix as Bowie gets past Coxey and puts his Alpha Tauri into the top 10 again. We haven't really mentioned Bowie too much tonight, under the radar a little bit, but has got himself into the top 10, and him and Hobbsy Chimp, 9th and 10th, good solid result for Alpha Tauri at this rate. Good point.
Yeah, you take that. You take the 9th and 10th, just sort of kicks that away.
DC just can't get past Farrell Ferrari despite getting so close to him. DC must see in the back of that Alpine for a good 10 laps or so now, and just can't seem to get past him. Look at Mark and Nathan, only 3 tenths. Nathan is making Mark sweat and pushing him hard. 3 laps to go and he's still unsure of who's going to win this race. Of Mark, or last season's run up Nathan. Mark is setting fast laps though, just quicker than Nathan. We have lost Chimp for the final 3 laps, unfortunately. I will try and keep posted. Chris Panda looking to battle Keen for P13. Nathan now, oh no, Mark's a mistake, and Nathan gets past him. Mark, who's led for every single lap, he took pole, he's got the fastest lap, but one mistake can cost you, and it has cost him as Nathan flies past him into the lead, and all of a sudden Mark's win looks him down, and last year's runner-up Nathan snatches it. One little mistake from Mark and Nathan was there to capitalise. And all of a sudden it's now Nathan from Mark from Evans. Mazzle's only 5 tenths behind the Ferrari himself, so he still battles here to be had with 2.5 laps to go. But Mark now 2 tenths behind Nathan, and Mark, to be fair, is closer than Nathan here. Mark going for on the inside of Nathan and the wheel to wheel here, the top 2. The yellow flag on the track looks like it's Coxey. There's also an incident, I think, between Farrell and Hobbsy as well. But the top 2, Williams v Haas, getting very close together. They could have a bit of drama here. Chip not going to see us, unfortunately. But a great battle here between the top 2 as AFL loses out to Coxey. His battles are always a show, but the top 2, Nathan and Mark, have got 2 laps to go, and they are both giving it absolutely everything. But it's Nathan, as it stands, who for the first time crosses the line as a race leader. Can he hold him off for 2 more laps? Then comes Evans, Mazzles. The gap's then getting a little bit bigger. The smallest gap to be fair at the moment is in 10th, where Farrell trying to hold off Coxey. What a race. Panda's still stuck behind Keener as well. Franco looking to try and get into that mix also. But can Nathan hold off Mark with a lap and a half to go, or can Mark try and fight back? Coxey gets past Farrell. Farrell gets past Coxey. It's a great battle here. There's contact between the 2 of them. Oh, it's going to end in tears, is it? It's going with Farrell in the wall. Farrell not out of the race, but with no wing. And that'll be looked into. A very rash race. It's going to cost them both because they're now 15th and 14th. So, it's going to cost them both massively. In fairness though, it's boosted a few others up there. Looks like Nathan has pulled a second on Mark, so as it stands, Nathan will finish ahead of Mark. Maybe the Stewards will look into that incident though with Jeroen and Nathan earlier on. But for now, looks like Nathan will cross line as the winner, bar any mistakes. Can he get the fast lap as well? He's just got a purple set for Nathan. Going to snatch it all from Mark. Not sure what Farrell's doing now, but his race is done and dusted. What a race as we approach lap 29, the final lap of this Grand Prix. And Nathan is pulling further and further away from Mark, last year's runner-up. Has just took the fastest lap as well, so he's stealing it all from Mark. Mark, he was on course for the perfect race. Might not even get the fastest lap point now because Nathan's just took it with 1 lap to go. But I'm sure Mark will be aware of that incident between him and Euro earlier on, which could potentially shake up the standings come the end of this race once stewarding has been done. It's been a brilliant start to this season though as we enter the final lap 29 here for round 1 of season 6. It's had it all, including rain, which no one would ever have predicted in Abu Dhabi. It has been brilliant. It looks like Nathan in the Williams will be your first winner of the season before stewarded. Due to one little mistake from Mark, that's all it takes. One little hiccup, about having a perfect race. Or a near perfect race, should I say. One little hiccup's cost him. Other than that, looks like the positions will stay the same. The gaps are quite big. The smallest gap looks to be Panda to Keen, which to be fair, could still change actually. AFL Panda and Keen are in close proximity, and that could potentially change. But of course, there's no DRS, it makes things a little bit more difficult. Thank you to everyone in the stream. We'll stay on board now then with Williams and Nathan. Williams last season couldn't have got any closer to the championship really without missing out. Looks like I'm going to bring home the win before stewarding. A little mistake from Mark has cost Mark. Cyril Nathan wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Then comes Ariel Mark. Then comes Ariel Evans, who had a great race to be fair to him. Then comes Mazzles, Digweed, Jack Priddy, DC, Hobbsy, Bowie, AFL. Chris has got penalties, so there could be a couple of changes. I think Chris Panda will jump them both. He does. Crosses line in style, Chris Panda. He does jump into 10th. What a Grand Prix. Welcome to HRL Season 6. What a race. What a race. Chimp, what are your thoughts on that then?
Yeah, good to miss the end of it. But, no, what a start. And yeah, sets us up for what's going to be a great season.
1 down, 14 to go. Next, we're back in Europe for the Hungarian Grand Prix next Sunday, same time, same place. But that was a quite amazing start to the season. I mean, the rain, so unpredictable. You couldn't have predicted that. Goes to show that anything can happen on F1. Nathan does take the win for now for Williams and for himself. Of course, there was a big incident between him and Euro that will be looked into. Whether that will change things remains to be seen. We will find out over the coming days and hours. But for now, you know, he stuck with Mark and capitalised on the mistake. A great drive from Mark, though, who will feel very aggrieved not to be the man on the top step on the podium himself. But of course, that could change depending on incidents. Of course, I'm sure we'll have our fair share of incidents to deal with. But for now, it is Nathan from Mark, from Evans, Williams from Haas, from Ferrari. Is how it finishes here. Nathan does get fastest lap, of course. He will get that no matter what, so that's an extra point for him. But some brilliant drives from that. I mean, Mazzles for 4th, Digweed, what a result in P5. Jack Priddy, chimp, 6th from 18th on the grid. That is outstanding.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Then comes DC, Hobbsy, Bowie and Panda. Complete the top 10. AFL will score points, as will Keen, as will Franco. Coxey and Farrell will score points also. So well done to Franco. P13 there as well, a great drive from him. Bringing it home. Unfortunately, AJ, J Lawler, KXI, Johan and Fandango, for one reason or another, end the night with nothing. No interviews tonight because it's very late as it is. And of course there'll be stewarding looked into, but next week once the stream is fixed we'll look at doing some interviews. Shimp, any final thoughts from you from tonight's race?
Anyone after P4, you're dead to me. Because that's what I got.
There you go. I always remember the commentary from Limit. Chimp comes 4th in Abu Dhabi. That of course concluded the season. This will only just start the season. We head to Hungary next week. Chimp, hopefully if you're free you could join me, that'd be great. If not, no problem.
I'm not buying the game.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. Good point. I think it's on the trial. But either way, mate, it's been a pleasure tonight. Thank you for joining me. And all the best in Australia.
Cheers, bud.
And that's it. That concludes the opening round. Season 6 is well and truly with us. Round 1 done. Round 2 we go to Europe. To the Hungaroring, what will be no doubt a very entertaining race once more in Hungary next weekend. No interviews tonight, just to confirm. It's very late and the stream's played up a little bit, so I don't think it's worth the interviews tonight. But I do apologise for the top 3. Well done to you all. Any incidents, get them into the stewards thing as soon as you can. We'll look into them, get it all done and dusted up to date for next week. Failing that, I will see you. I don't know who I'll be with next week. Maybe Matt Rowney. If not, probably on my own. Chimp, thank you once more, mate.
Cheers, bud.
We will see you next week for the Hungarian Grand Prix, round number 2 of Season 6. Good night.